Hello, guys. Hi, this is Ganesh Nayak. Thank you very much for joining in. And today I'm back with one of the students' interview who's been able to clear FRM Level 2 in May 2022. And his story, his journey is very unique, okay, because he's been able to clear the exam in his fourth attempt, the FRM Level 2 in his fourth attempt, okay. And today I want to understand what are the challenges that he faced while giving all of these exams. What was his learning in terms of preparation? And then when finally he cleared in May 2022, what was the change that he did in terms of preparation? Okay, what was his approach towards the book and how he was able to clear the exam? So we're going to be having a quick set of discussion with one of my student. Okay, so first of all, thank you very much, Deep. Thank you very much for taking out time and talking to us and giving the insight on your journey for the FRM clearing part. So welcome to the show, Deep. Thank you very much for joining.
It's my pleasure to be in this show.
Perfect, perfect. And Deep, primarily, we see. I know about your journey. I was associated with it, and this was your fourth attempt to clear the FRM. Okay, so
Yes.
just to give an idea of or to the audience, what, how did the three attempts before the May happened, and why you feel you could not clear during that period of time? What are the challenges you faced?
Okay, sir. So I started for preparing level two in May 2019.
Hmm.
So my first attempt was in May 2019. So started preparing in Jan after my level one result.
Hmm.
So at that time, I was not able to cope up with my work and FRM. So that's
Okay.
why my preparation was not up to the mark, and I haven't solved any questions, or even I was not thorough with syllabus.
Okay.
So
So work
that's
pressure.
why, yeah, work pressure was the main reason. So I was not able to balance my work life with studies. So
Okay.
that's why I was not able to clear in first attempt in May 2019. After that, I started preparing for November 19.
Hmm.
So in November 19 also it was the same issue. There was a few issues, family as well as in work. So I was
Okay.
not able to manage, and
Okay.
at that time also I failed. And in the second attempt also I failed miserably. So in
Okay.
second attempt, only in current affairs, I received second quartile. Excluding that, in all the subjects, I received fourth quartile. After that, I was sure that I want to clear this exam and I want to be a charter. So I started preparing in mid of the Jan 2020.
Hmm.
So when I was preparing in March, there was pandemic hit to us, and due to pandemic, exam was postponed to December, and we didn't knew that when exam is going to happen. So
Okay.
I stopped studying about that, and even I suffered from COVID. So for around one and one half year, I haven't prepared for that. Even
Hmm.
I haven't looked the book. So after that, I realized that an hour or sooner I have to give the exam.
Okay.
So I registered for December 2021, December 21. But due to some family issues, I wasn't able to give the exam. And
Okay.
then I realized now I have only two attempts left. So
Hmm.
it was a do or die in this attempt. If
Right.
I don't clear this exam, then it would it it would be pushed to last attempt. So
Right.
it was not favorable for me to go to last attempt and clear that, or it
Hmm.
could be very difficult with pressure also. So uh, I was sure that I want to clear in this attempt, and this attempt was my do or die. So hope with God grace, I was able to clear this exam.
Now, so when you started your preparation, so basically the last two attempt or the entire 2 year, primarily you were not prepared as such because you didn't get time to prepare properly. So basically, technically, you actually started preparing properly in the month of December only for the next May exam, right?
Yes. So a major change for this May was I changed my company. So this was also one point. So
Okay,
I was able to manage my work life as well as
okay,
studies. So in this attempt, I was working with different firms.
okay. So now you got some time properly to prepare and go for it.
Yes,
And
yes.
also, how did you start? I mean, you started picking which book, if you can tell us the order of your reading.
Okay. So from my actual journey to pass the exam started in December 2021. So before
Hmm,
that, I was just giving the exam. I
hmm.
was not involved with my heart and soul to clear the exam.
Okay.
So from December, I started. I first started with market risk. So because it's
Hmm.
first book and it's quite a small book, so I thought that I can complete this book. There is another book. Even there is only 16 chapters, but the 16 chapters are much trickier than other books.
Hmm.
I feel that
So you started with
uh,
market risk, you completed entire market
market
risk, and
entire
you're
market
you're
risk,
going through which book? Switcher or something else?
only pressure.
Okay, so
So
you completed market risk first. Then,
yes, I was sure that I won't be able to complete a GARP book in 5 months. So I have to be cut and crisp to clear the exam. So I
okay.
started with fresh, and uh, I because of my past experience, I was sure that if something is in GARP paper, then I have to clear that topic.
Okay.
So if that topic is not in treasure, then I have to read from somewhere else. But
Hmm.
excluding those topics, I don't need to learn any other topics from GARP or BT. So I
Okay.
made the list which topics are not in treasure, and but GARP is asking in their question. So
In
I
the previous
uh,
exams? In the previous
in
exams or
no in the question paper which GARP gives us,
sample paper? Okay.
sample paper.
Okay.
So this is how I able to manage the topics which are not in treasure.
Okay. 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 So you went through the entire sample paper. You realize which all topics are there for a particular book which are being tested, and you made sure that those topics you know in and out.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So first I read 2 times. I read all the topics from treasure. Then I was thorough with subjects. So which topic is from which book.
Hmm.
So once I knew that let's say hazard rate is from credit risk, then
Hmm.
I started solving GARP paper. After that,
Okay.
solving the GARP paper once, I ticked all the questions which were not in book in a treasure book,
Okay.
and I started reading those topics from somewhere else, from internet or YouTube or something that
Okay.
I made sure that I'm thorough with those topics.
Okay. So for the benefit of the audience, so what we were doing, so first you read the entire syllabus twice properly. Then you went to the
Yes,
CARB sample paper and you started solving one year ka sample paper, and you started suppose 80 questions. So you're bifurcating which question is from Swedger. You can easily identify this is from Swedger, which is from not. Whichever questions are not from
yes,
the Swedger, you'll go to GARP or you'll read that topic,
yes,
right?
yes, yes,
And the
yes,
Swedger concepts, whichever questions are from Swedger, so you will understand, you'll read the entire topic, that concept properly in and out, right?
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, perfect.
And I made sure that if there is any one sentence also in treasure and I'm not able to understand, then I made sure that I should be clear on that sentence.
Okay,
I haven't left one sentence from treasure. So that's how I covered all the topics, and I was quite vulnerable with operation risk. So I was
Hmm.
not able to. There are many topics in operation risk. There are around 26 topics, and most of them are theory topics.
Hmm.
So I was not able to uh, memorize those topics. So what I did, I concentrated on only 5 chapters,
Okay.
four from Basel and one from Rarok. That is Rarok and four Basel
Perfect.
topics.
Yes.
After after that, being master on those 5 topics, I started solving. I again gone through the GAR paper and ticked
Hmm.
all the operation risk questions, and
Hmm.
I made sure that if something from operation risk, let's say there is one question regarding the outsourcing. So
Hmm.
I gone through the outsourcing and
Okay.
read the entire topic from treasure. So that's
Okay.
how I prepared the operation risk. So it was quite tricky to counter the operation risk because there are vast number of topics in that, and all are theory. So this is how I cracked the operation risk.
Okay. So your main question bank was primarily the GARP sample paper that you were relying on,
Yes,
and you
yes,
made sure
yes.
that whatever is there. And so you solved for how many years the GARP sample paper?
Only one sample paper which GAG gives us.
Okay. Okay. So whatever was there in the sample paper, you were just making sure that
Yes,
anything related to that you are after your this was your revision basically. This was kind of a revision that you were doing.
yes. This is kind of revision.
Okay.
First, I made sure that I'm familiar with all the topics, and I'm familiar with total portion which is given in Treasure. Then I was
Hmm.
able to relate that which is in Treasure or not. So first you have to go through all the topics from Treasure. Once you are
Okay.
thorough with Treasure, then go to GARP and
Hmm.
to try to clear all the topics which are in that sample paper.
Okay. Okay.
This strategy worked for me.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. And then primarily, did you solve any other question bank primarily, any mock papers or anything?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Only GAP paper.
Okay. And then what happened in the exam time? When you went for the exam, what was it? I mean, the first hour. What happened in that first 1 hour?
So in first hour, so it was computer-based exam, and even I have given 2 attempts earlier. This
Hmm.
was the first time I was going to give for computer-based
The
exam.
computer-based exam. Okay.
Yes, and I was quite happy with my preparation because most of the questions were came from that GAP paper. Not exactly the same questions, but most of the topic were the same. So after coming out of the exam, I was sure that this time I will clear.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So basically, more or less, they're trying to test you on the concepts which are there in the GAR paper.
Yes, 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 yes. This is the
Interesting.
only theory on which I was betting.
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. And what was the quartile that you have received after once you are out now? What was the quartile that you have
Uh,
received?
so in market risk, I received the third quartile. In credit risk, I received first quartile.
Mhm.
In operation risk, I received first quartile.
Wow.
In liquidity risk, I received first quartile. In current affair, I received second quartile, and in investment, I received third quartile.
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. So now, can you can you summarize your entire journey? So the first attempt for level two and this entire thing.
Uh,
What happened? I mean, what is the unique thing that happened?
so only thing I would say, don't be naive. This is professional exam, so we have to be prepared and be a thorough with all the subjects. So you have to be a thorough with subjects, and
Mhm.
it's not you can't clear this exam by mugging up the topics. So you have to go through all the topics in and out, and try to balance your work and study. That is the main important thing
Mhm.
to clear the exam. So more, I know most of the person who had cleared the CA or CFA are not able to clear the FRM. So many of person I know, they it's not that they are not intelligent person or something like that, but they are not able to manage the study time. That's the only
Okay.
thing. Minimum you need 500 to 600 hours. If you give that much amount of your life, then you will be able to clear this exam.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, one thing which I want to highlight to all the audience also. So Deep this time was not my student. Primarily, he was not watching my videos. He was not looking at my question bank, but he was my students in the start for level one and then for level two. So we were in touch. We were trying to understand what happened, what was the what how, when he was giving the exam. And one important point that everybody can understand from his story is that even though he was not able to give the exam properly, he didn't quit. He had reasons. I mean, he had reasons that there's a hectic job and he was paying the exam fee, but still he was not able to clear. But he did not quit. And even after giving after 2.5 years of his first attempt, he again sat for me and he cleared the exam. So that is one point that which audience can take from the discussion, that do not quit. Every time situation might not be as per what I feel is going to happen. Right? There might be so many external factors, and it is very difficult to keep oneself motivated when you're paying the fees and not able to perform better. You're not able to go for the exam properly. You know that, but you still have to go. So that one quality actually made him clear this exam, that he did not quit. He knew that he wanted to become a charter holder. So that is one
Yes,
thing I think so all the audience should learn from this conversation. And definitely, Deep, thank you very much for sharing this journey, because see, a lot of people when they come, okay, they talk about this. They always talk about their success. Nobody talk about
yes,
their failure, because but the failure part is very very important, because that helps you to learn. Okay, that helps you to understand how you can succeed and why success is so important, right? So that part, I think so, that's commendable from your side. You're not afraid to share your journey, and you want other people to also learn from it. You want other people to be motivated and give the exam, right? So thank you very much, Deep. Thank you very much for taking out time. And this entire conversation is going to be really helpful for students who are going to go for the exam. And the point that you mentioned, the revision, I'll make a separate video for it, for the students, how to revise, because this is a very unique way of revising things, and it did not come to my mind also. But while talking to you now, I can use this and tell this to all the other students, even level one and level two. Thank you, Deep.
thank you,
Thank you
sir,
for
for
that.
having me.
Thank you.